Hey folks, April 21st, 2021, Central Indiana. Been a very rough season. I started finding black morels on April 3rd after about a 2-inch, 65-degree warm rain. Then we had some cold weather, high winds, followed by some hot weather, very hot. Like we had 80 degrees at least 5 or 6 days in a row, and it popped a few, but there wasn't enough moisture left in the ground because of the 30-mile winds. Anyway, I said I was going to document this year's mushroom season, and here's what's going on. There is another dead ash tree. I don't only hunt dead ash trees, I hunt a lot of other trees. These are just the trees that I'm finding them by this year. And you come down here, I'd say look up at the canopy, but the canopy's gone. Look right there. We got a nice one. Stay tuned. I'm going to scour around a little bit, see if I can't find something else. There's another ash tree we'll check out in a second. But miles equals piles, folks. Time in the woods is the only way to find them. And you have to learn your own woods because every woods is different, and there's a lot of different mushroom producing trees. As the season moves along, I'll start showing you the other trees that I find them around, which should be elms, should start producing pretty soon. I've showed one video of some elms producing. Cottonwood, beech, cherry, just to name a few. Those are probably the most common ones, but briar bushes, lots of different things. Stay tuned, we'll find more. Folks, we're going to go to our next tree here. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a group of cherry trees. Nice tall, big canopies. We just hit our 200th plus mushroom of the season. Looks like there's about 4 there. These are not yellows. I call these grays. There is another name for them. They don't get very big. They don't have nearly as many ridges. This is what I typically find around tuba poplars and cherry trees early in the season. Some people call them blacks, but not really. Anyway, that looks like there's 4 there, so that's 203. And I'm gonna guess there's many more around here. See that one hidden under the leaf? 2 more right there. Let's go 2021 season. Hopefully it's just kicking off. First double header of 2021. Pretty neat. Not a true double head. Well, I must have got into a patch over here by these cherry trees because I really ain't stopped picking. I think this is 11 and 12 right here, and I haven't moved from the location I just picked those 4. Pretty neat. I wish they were the big ones. Takes about 120 of these to equal a pound. Oh, there's another one. These are just little bitty. They're full grown though. The ridges are fully open. They're not tight ridged anymore. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Tasty little morsels. These are good with your eggs in the morning. Scramble some eggs. Just, you don't even have to flour these. Just throw them in there. Cut them in half. Make sure there ain't no bugs in them. But I'll show you that on a different video. I just spotted a bigger one. See if we can find it in there. Oh yeah. There you go, you see it. That one's about thumb size. Well, that must have been most of that patch. Alright. Sorry, I'm in some brush here. Right there's another one. little bit yellower kind. Looks like it's been up a little longer. We'll keep going. Man, this season, these are tiny. Like, I feel like that guy's been up for a while. But it ain't much bigger than the tip of my finger. Pick it. Just to keep trespassers out of my spots, but yeah, you could pry it up with some eggs. Okay, do we got another one up there? Yeah, we got two, it looks like. These are hard to see ones. Oh yeah, you can see one of them there. Right there, there's another one. There's a couple up there. The patch hasn't stopped. They're just tiny guys, but make sure you take the dirt out. It makes them easier to clean. You don't get sand in your teeth when you bite into a mushroom or you sell mushrooms with a bunch of dirt in them. Use mesh bags. I don't think it's necessary, but it can't hurt anything. The way the spores really reproduce when the mushroom opens up and releases them, they float in the air, make it all around. But the mesh bag helps the dirt fall out too. I'm sure I'm stepping on a few because these things are tiny, but they still ain't stopped. About ready to do a count. Let you know how many I found just by a small group of cherry trees. And it's really about unbelievable. There's another little one I just walked past. And another little one I just walked past. Like I said, I'm sure I'm stepping on them. These things are very hard to see, and if it was sunny out, I would probably or possibly have missed this whole patch, because shadows, in my opinion, make it rough. Also, I don't have the best eyesight, and that's a big reason that I learned to tree hunt. Another one I nearly walked by. Just barely sticking out. Wouldn't have seen that if it wouldn't have recently rained. And there's another one. That is an elm. That is a mushroom. I do not believe that mushroom is from that elm, though. Just due to the style of mushroom that it is. I could be incorrect. I don't know. Oh, there's another one down there. Right. It's right by the sticker bush. Oh, yeah. There you can see it. Right there. Still in the same patch. This one's been up for a couple days. Got a little bit of sunburn or frost burn on it. Like I said, it's been super hot and super windy, and the wind absolutely destroys morel growth. It just sucks them dry, especially when it's 80 degrees and there's no true warm up. But this week temperatures are right, so hopefully it's just the beginning, and the next couple weeks everything will go back to normal. Well, I was about to say that the patch has ended as I started going off on the wrong direction, and evidently I just walked by two. If you notice, this is a piece of a cherry limb. There's the morel. That's probably a dead cherry tree. I don't know that for a fact. Morel or cherry limbs. That's how That's why I call these ones cherry mushrooms, or the same ones I find around tulip poplars. Now that one has potential to be a larger mushroom, but I'm going to pick him because it's probably the second or third largest mushroom that I found today. Found a few more. I thought I did. Lost two of them. There's one, and then there's two more over here. Hang on. Those took a minute to re-find. Looks like there's four right there. And another one right there. And maybe you guys can find one that I don't see as I scan. Here's another dead cherry tree. I'm still in the same patch. This is what the patch looks like. And it's still continuing. Probably 50 mushrooms, but a little over half pound maybe so far. Like I said, there's the dead cherry. The patch was still continuing, and no, I lost it. There should be a mushroom right over here. Things are so hard to see. I'm zoomed in 3 times right now, so they look relatively large until I put my thumb by it. This is really one of my favorite ways to hunt them, where I just, as I'm picking, I'm looking around and right where they should be. There is one. Pretty awesome. And just as I thought this patch was coming to an end, there's one little cherry stick by it. There's another one that you can barely see in the leaves. And there's another one right there you can barely see. Well, I finished circling around that patch, and as of right now, these are the last 3. But there's more cherry trees to check, and this was a fun one for sure. There's another. Well, I may not be out of them yet. About stepped on that one. Well, the patch continues as I head south. I already circled around and picked all the outside ones I could find, and I just stepped the other direction, and there's one, and there's one, and there's a new cherry tree. So let's keep on finding them. Well folks, that patch finally dried up. Took me about an hour to pick probably 80 mushrooms. That said, I just found a couple more. That one's by a baby elm. Got a small triple here. A little bit ways from that one. I left it because it's easy to find. I picked a couple more, so I'm out of one patch, but it looks like I'm getting into another. And there's a cherry tree, and right in front of it is another little mushroom. Let's see if we can't continue this. Oh, there's one too. Thought we was out of them. My eyeballs were just fooling me. Well folks, I got out of a patch that was about 100 or so, and evidently I'm getting into another one. And I just picked 4, and I've actually picked 34 since I got out of that patch, but you can call this the same patch, 34. This is why I stopped to film. Got my second double header of the day. Pretty neat. And then as I saw it here, just kind of started noticing right there in the camera view is 3, 4, 5. That one's been up a few days. I've just seen a burn up one. There's another one. 6. And I saw some more somewhere. I'm gonna get to picking, but it looks like I might have just hit another good patch. Yeah, you guys can pick this patch with me, and I'll just set them on the bag so we know where we stopped and started. We'll count that double header as a 2, because it's probably gonna break off by the time we get there. We'll call this one 3. Ooh, that's a triple. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Call that one 15. Oh my goodness, fellers. This is about to get fun. 15, 16, 17, 18. These are all almost within arm's reach. 19, 20, 21. You can see those 3 there. Haven't even looked any direction yet. There's another one, 22. I don't know if I saw those over there. 23, 24. Oh, there's another one. 25. 25. And I just picked about 5 behind me, so oh, there's another one. 26. So, well, I don't know how many there is, folks. I'm not going to start counting them anymore because we'll count them at the end. But you guys can pick these with me. All right, where do we start? Let's pick these 3. Makes it an easy 6. I'm not afraid to go anywhere. 7. Let's go here first. 8, 9, 10, 11, little 11. Wish these were the giants, but beggars can't be choosers. call this one number 12. And I'm just on the edge of a field. I'm really not even in the woods. 13. I had to move a little bit, which took a while, so I made sure I didn't step on any. So that was 13. Here's, we'll call this guy 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. See if there's any. There's one right by the bag. 20. I'm afraid to move. I don't know which way to go. I'm seeing more. Look every direction, and then I'm losing them as I'm looking. So right now we're at 20, right there, and 21. There'll be 24 over there. Well, let's just keep at it. 20. We'll call this one 21. Yep, just found two more I didn't see a second ago too. Kind of crazy. Definitely gonna probably be about a 300 mushroom afternoon. There's 22 and 23, both growing out of the same stump. 24, 25. Crazy. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. Kind of got lost there on my mushrooms. There's a few. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, there's some more. 30. Another one right by my bag I didn't see. I'm sure I've stepped on some. So that was 30. Let's move forward a little bit. I gotta put those in the bag to carry them. All right, they're in the bag now, and I took a step, so there's 31, 32. Looks like there's 33 in front of us. Oh, Larry Bird, number 33. 34. 35. 36, 37. looks like the patch is dwindling down. 67. Cherry trees. Crazy this year. I've never done this well under cherries, to be honest with you. I find these kind of mushrooms, but once the yellows come up, I pretty much don't look for cherry trees anymore, the big yellows, but they ain't been up very good yet. What's that, 37? See if we can get to 40 here. I had to take a step to get this one. Oops, I dropped one. Be 38. Good deal. Right. There'll be 39 if we can't find one closer. That we did. 39. 40. Looks about like a 40 patch. There's probably a few more I'm gonna pick, but unless I run into more than a couple more, I'm not gonna film them.